This story is about a couple named Jerry and Marge. They live in a small town. Jerry is nearing the end of his career, and this deeply saddens him. He fears facing financial difficulties. Jerry, who is very good with numbers, does not want to retire and wishes to continue working. During a dinner with friends, everyone suggests different business ideas to him. His granddaughter wants to show him the retirement gifts they have prepared. They have bought him a beautiful boat. The investment advisor asks why he is outside and invites him in, explaining how much money he has left. Jerry takes his boat to the lake, but unexpected events occur. When he goes to a cafe, he overhears conversations about people playing the lottery. He quickly starts writing formulas on a napkin. He then goes to his investment advisor and explains the mathematical calculations he has done. When he fails to convince him, he decides to make a trial run and withdraws $2,000 from his account. The next morning, he uses all his money to play the lottery. His wife approaches him while waiting for the results and asks what he did that day. When he checks the results, he sees that he is $327 short and feels disappointed. His wife asks him why he seems down, and they chat, but he does not explain what happened. He later realizes where he made a mistake in his calculations. The next morning, he goes to the bank again and withdraws $8,000. He plays the lottery again with all his money. When he checks the draw results, he finds that he has won a significant amount and hides the money inside the house. He organizes a barbecue party with family and friends. He gets nervous when he sees his granddaughter rolling the box where he stored the money and tries to stop him. He then takes out bundles of money and places them in a cereal box. After everyone leaves, his wife asks what is going on, and he admits that he played the lottery. He explains that he has won and figured out the math, and that he has already made $15,000. His wife is very surprised and supports him by saying, "It's time to take risks. Doing a few crazy things won't hurt anyone." Now his wife is involved in this as well. The lottery machine in their town had been removed, and now they had to travel 10 hours to play. His wife excitedly prepared meals for the 3-day journey. They set off with the snacks they had packed. They passed through roads with beautiful scenery. Excitement had now entered their lives, and they were very happy while in the car. They went inside to play the lottery tickets. He said he would play 8,000 tickets and placed the money on the counter. The clerk mentioned that it would take all day and agreed only if they helped. At the end of the day, they arrived at a motel to rest. They began waiting for the lottery results. After the results were announced, they started to wonder how they would check 8,000 tickets. They spent the night checking all the tickets. According to their calculations, they had won over $21,000. They collected the money from the lottery office and began to wonder if others had discovered this system as well. It wouldn't be long before a university student studying probabilities would figure this out. On the way back, Marge asked him to pull over and they said, "The more tickets, the more profit." They decided to form a company and make the entire town partners. They sold shares to the townspeople for $500 each. His son did not want to join the venture. He asked his grandchild to design a logo. They returned to play the lottery again with the money they had collected from the townspeople. This time, the amount was $40,000. They wanted to make the clerk a partner as well, as playing all the tickets would take until morning. The clerk found other shareholders. The store owner came to their motel room to share the news that they had doubled their money.
Plus 6 more to me, but those didn't win.
They began placing the tickets they played into boxes and storing them in their garage. The accountant and the townspeople were curious about how much money they had won. When the townspeople heard that their investment had doubled, they were overjoyed. Jerry received his check from the lottery office and returned to the car where his wife was waiting. Both of them had renewed their confidence and looked very proud. Meanwhile, a university student explained the loophole he discovered in the lottery to his friends. The townspeople and the elderly couple discussed playing $500,000 worth of tickets. The lottery seller's wife took a box of beer from the shop, called him a loser, and drove off in her car. The man told Marge that he was upset because he was going through a divorce. The university students also filled out $50,000 worth of tickets using money they had requested from their families. The students realized that another group was playing similarly when they noticed their winnings. They found out which store the other group was playing from and headed there. The students suggested that the elderly couple join their group to make even more money. The elderly couple refused the offer and continued celebrating their wedding anniversary. The lottery store owner, who was in the middle of a divorce, agreed to split the assets with his wife, who only wanted the house while he only wanted his share of the tickets. His wife said, "I don't care, take whatever share you want." Outside, she asked what was so special about the shares, and he explained that with them, they kept winning the lottery. His ex-wife now deeply regretted her decision. The accountant bought a fantastic Corvette and was driving around town. Later, he went to the cafe and learned that some university students had figured out the system. A journalist arrived at the lottery office to conduct an interview. A clever Harvard student came to the cafe again to threaten Jerry. "We'll unleash very smart students on you and hack all your bank accounts," he said. After receiving these threats, Jerry gathered the townspeople and explained that they should stop playing. His son approached him and said, "Don't let a little punk deprive you of this, Dad," and mentioned how good it made the town feel. He explained why he didn't enjoy fishing and said he would walk home. The next morning, after talking with his wife, Jerry changed his mind and went to play the lottery again. When the students saw that the winnings were split, they realized the elderly couple had rejoined the game. To make more money, they met with business people and wanted to invest over $20 million. They played the lottery with the money they raised and had the drawing done early. Noticing this, Jerry went to the university campus and asked the students, "I share my winnings with the entire town. Do you share yours with your friends?" This caused discord among them. He then went to the lottery office and informed the officials about the loophole they had discovered. He requested that they send one more lottery machine to the store. The Harvard student was abandoned by his friends and was now forced to play the lottery alone. While Jerry was repairing his car, he asked his son to hand him the screwdriver. When his son asked, "Now that you have so much money, don't you think about changing the car?" Jerry replied that he was happy with his car and would not replace it. A journalist came to the elderly couple's house for an interview and was very surprised when he saw the coupons in their garage. The elderly couple had decided not to play one last time. Due to the headline in the newspaper, the store's license was revoked and the lottery machines were removed. They finally held the jazz festival they had dreamed of. The entire town was celebrating with the joy of fulfilling their dreams. Many had renovated their homes and cars and provided a good education for their children. When the lucky elderly couple arrived at the festival, they happily learned that the entire town had managed to place their tickets one last time by taking buses to distant towns. Jerry, in the end, had amassed a fortune of $27 million.
It's taken everything in me not to do it right now.
Luxurious man cave. Woo!